Just to give you a little background, Dodda, a lot of people might have a question, what's the name? The name, it comes from a mountain range in India. So our CEO, when she had that epiphany, climbing that mountain range and decided to name this company. And the reason we exist is because when she was building her home, she realized how inefficient the AEC industry is. And coming from a tech background, this was very obvious. With multiple decades of experience in Microsoft, she decided to tackle the problem, uh, as an outsider, bring her knowledge into this. I joined in as a subject matter expert, and I managed the product at Dodda. So, in short, that was the inspiration, a personal experience. That's why the CEO Gayatri launched the company. We realized when we started with the SIR, the site information report, or the site feasibility report, is that data gathering is a big problem in AEC industry. And it takes a lot of time, a lot of search when you get a parcel of land to make sure that it's the right one for you. Does it meet all your requirements or not? So we wanted to reduce the mundane task of data gathering so the professionals can get right down to their work. So Dodda helps a land developer, a planner, an architect to assess a land parcel in minutes. So all the pre-diligence work is done by AI, and the decision can be made, and the detailed parcel information then supports the decision making, whether it be for investment purposes, for land development, or for operational needs of any professional dealing with land or parcel of lands. I can take you directly into the demo right now if you want to play this video. Share my video. I would. Okay, and I'll talk over it. We can start from existing address. In this case, I'll create a new address. And this address now we have enabled, even if you don't have an address, often there's no parcel information available. You could start with a latitude, longitude as well as an input. So you can create a new address, just put it in, type in the address, uh, and it takes you to this format where you can now use predefined sections which we have populated with keywords, anything and everything that you can think of to do with the land parcel. Very quickly, it gives you the maps, which includes the generic Google Maps, and now we are enabling even 3D maps, and then anything that's of concern that can help you decide about this piece of land. There's a flood map, there's a critical areas and ArcGIS where you can layer different information on the map as well. Because architects, planners are visual people, this is what we feel will really help you. So everything that you would go to multiple sites is all here from this portal. Going forward, as it's generating all these sections that you pre-selected, it gives you all the information regarding those questionnaire. If you're not happy, you can always say, hey, I need more information. And that's where you would create your own section and say you are always looking for weather patterns or climatic risk or specific keywords that you're looking for. You can save that section and run that. You can also remove sections. Say an ADU is not relevant, you are in a commercial zone, so you can delete that section and then go forward from there. So you are customizing your report as you go. And if you want, there is a chat like experience. So for this specific address, you can ask anything in a chat like experience, and the results will be shown within that. Once you are done, you can download the report as a DOCX or a PDF. That's Dodda.ai SIR tool. And so that's, I'm going to stop there sharing. I'm just going to just bring it right here so you can see the screen. But yeah, so that's what the tool does. We are enhancing it as we go. As you saw, we tackle parcel and zoning data. We tackle environmental risk, compliance issues, anything historic data. Was there some sort of a pollution before that? What existed before this parcel of land? And in an existing case, can you build an ADU? So we can do ADU feasibility reports as well. Topographical, weather information, utilities, who all are the AHJs. So all that information in a single report can be created in minutes. What would usually take you many hours or days can be done in minutes now. So that's what. And in short, we are an AI scribe, as we like to call ourselves. So we are using AI to give you accurate, reliable, consistent, and comprehensive data results on any parcel of land. And how do we do it? We restrict the data sources to improve the accuracy. We just don't simply go to the internet and gather data. We have customized in the backend to tackle any biases and remove any hallucinations that comes with AI. That's the fear a lot of people have, but we have tackled it. Uh, and in the AEC space, we are perhaps the only AI scribe right now for land use. With just one input, whether it be your address or your latitude, longitude, we can generate a full assessment of that land or parcel of land. We use AI LLMs, but the data is checked for accuracy versus other solutions. If you were to compare and ask the same information to, say, for example, ChatGPT, every time you ask, you'll get some other answer. It may be non-relevant answers too. So we address all those concerns and use AI in a very pragmatic way, I like to call it. And next, what we are working on is enhancing this product. We'll be working on providing multimodal insights on land use, 3D maps, and more visualizations, much rich data, and eventually give you a dashboard where you can see all the land parcels that you may have, and you can just quickly make decisions and follow it through the period of time. The eventually we'll also have this flagging mechanism which will alert you if something's changed, there's a new code. We will be your service that will take you through the whole process. In terms of customer success stories, we've had let's I like to talk about architects. Being an architect myself, we have had single person firms now using our tools and are able to tackle the feasibility site feasibility report at a much lower cost point and much faster than before. And that way we have leveled the playing field for them, and they can compete with much larger firms, larger players. So that's like a success story, and that's what really powers us. That's it. I'll stop there.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Rohit, for this overview. That was very helpful and very interesting and exciting. So, quick question, and then we'll get back to you with more questions. So, you mentioned
Yes.
architects. So, architects are currently using your product. So, how did they gather all this data before using Dodda? I'm curious. And then the other question is about integration. So, these reports that you generate, so do they integrate with any other tool or anything else that architects or developers are currently using?
Yeah, I'll go in sequence. So the current substitute is manual, just Google search. And often because the architects are playing, they have been practicing for many years, they know the resources by memory. They will just go to the county site, get all the data information. But that means they will do this every time they go to a new jurisdiction. They will have to redo. What we do is we are pre-compiling all that list for them, which means now they can expand their boundaries. They don't have to be restricted in the familiar areas. They can now take on work at much broader, maybe even anywhere in the US for that matter. So it expands their horizons, so to say.
Yeah.
So we are doing that, and so that's the substitution that we have taken away from them. They'll have this tool now. Um, to the second part, can you repeat the second question? I just want to be sure I answer.
Integration. I'm just curious if your users need to even integrate these reports and this information
Sure.
with other tools they're using, or maybe they don't. It's like in a standalone like report.
So currently, they have been just copy pasting stuff. We first of all give them a report. The next step for us is integrating with third party platforms. So the next thing would be maybe take them to the programming level. So we have other programming tools where we can pass on that data, and they can or we can integrate with them and take that information that we said, okay, we know the FAR, we know the setbacks. Right now, just directly automatically take them to integration to the next step where they can do the massing studies.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure we'll be exploring the options, but that's what the next step would be.
Wonderful. Great.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. So we'll get back to you with more questions at the end.
Yes.
So next we'll have